Hola, ¿cómo están? Buenos días.
Good morning. How are you? Let us start with our presentation. Thank you for this invitation. I'm José Manuel Zelada. I am the Technological Innovation and Operations Director in GeneXus Peru. I will talk about the experience we've had with a product that has several uses, and we have planned to grow. We have over 300,000 customers, and for the year 2015, we want to reach at least 2 million users. Let me tell you a little bit about Sentinel Peru, our company. I came here, I saw the event based on food and recipes and chefs, and Peru is gastronomy destination. Have you visited Peru? Have you tried Peruvian food? What do you remember? Ceviche, yes. There are many important things in Peruvian cookery. Do you know pisco sour, for example? It's a pisco liquor which is very strong, and as we say in advertising, it's not for beginners. It's very, very strong, very sturdy. Try it. But as I was saying, the typical dish was ceviche. Ceviche can be written in many different ways. It's different spellings. It's very easy. But in the end, it's all about fish, lemon, salt, and some kinds of pepper or chili. Some people say that ceviche is Peruvian, but it's not just Peruvian. We have different types of ceviche in Ecuador. You use tomato sauce. There are different ceviches in Mexico with nachos. In Puerto Rico, they have it with avocado, and in many other countries along the Pacific coast where they like ceviche. Now the question is, why do we many times think that ceviche is Peruvian? The thing is that in all products there must be a feature that is a special attribute, and in Peru the feature is lemon. The Peruvian lemon is very special. It's very acid, and it cooks very quickly. It cooks the fish very quickly, and this is what gives the fish a special flavor that makes it different from ceviche in other places. Ceviche is a dish that proves your intelligence and creativity. New techniques are being used to cook ceviche or to prepare ceviche. We use different types of fish, for example, delicious fish, trying different sauces, new ingredients. We have fusion cooking, and the new chefs merge it with Chinese fusion dishes, and also new presentations. So we reinvent ceviche over and over again. There are new products like this juice or gravy, what is called the tiger milk. You can buy it separately, or you can combine it with other potatoes and other things with ceviche. And in Uruguay, do you know this restaurant? Andami? It features ceviche. You can go to this restaurant. This is for about 120 people. I saw some pictures. And there's another place called Sipan, which is larger. They also offer ceviche here in Uruguay. So we have a product with a special attribute that adapts to new techniques, and you can buy it in many different places. In Peru, you can stop on any corner and buy good quality ceviche. This man got a prize from Telefónica because of the quality of the street ceviche. They have, look at the kiosk he has to prepare ceviche. And we have this other kind of restaurant, which is larger, modern, beautiful, on the beach. But what if we had to cater for a larger audience? In Peru, we have a festival which is called Mistura. This festival receives people from all over the country. We, of course, offer ceviche at the Mistura festival, but imagine the logistics to prepare this place to cater for such a large audience. It requires a special infrastructure. This year, 420,000 people visited the Mistura festival. So a differentiated product. We need to evolve and be creative over time. We need to be user-friendly and make access easy. We need an infrastructure for the customers. Let's look at the ceviche. How do we connect it with the Sentinel experience in Peru? Sentinel Peru is a risk center. It's a very modern risk alert center where we do things in a different way. You probably have something similar here. We compete with them in Peru. But our proposal is national and different. So what is that special attribute, that special ingredient that makes the difference? We realize that receiving information every single day, not just information on banks or from municipal government or utilities, and also from other companies. So the risk position of a person changes on a daily basis. So why wait for someone to consult me? Instead, I could give out the alert. I know who you want to contact. So every time there is a change, I will let you know. This is the way things should work. And this is what we do as a different product. In addition, we have developed the street light language so that credit information is not difficult if you see so many numbers and indicators. We just use like a street light. Green, fine; yellow, be careful; red, risk. And if it's low risk, it's gray, nothing is a problem. Nothing wrong is happening in this regard. In addition, for our business clients, we develop a portfolio analysis. For example, you want to learn about the financial situation of some customers, and we deliver this information on a daily basis. This is a very simple table, and we tell you how many are red lights or yellow lights or gray lights or green lights. Every single day we have an update of this information. And at some point here, we show you the evolution over 24 months. In this case, for example, how the client portfolio changes, or the reds or the greens, how they change. These are very useful tools, very useful because they are graphic tools. However, outside the business sector, we also want to face a greater challenge. To use this tool with a simple language, with an easy-to-use modality, to reach out to ordinary citizens. So what were the requirements to develop this new tool? To have an innovative, high-quality product. Second, to do something independent from the programming language. We had to use technology, but in a more simple way. Ease in flexibility to evolve quickly, to respond to the market trends and technology trends, to be present in all platforms, because today you have to be there where people will connect to you. That means all platforms. Smart watches will be tomorrow. We have to be ready. We have to be ready for the massive use on the part of users and grow alongside them. So the ingredients for success: to have an innovative product, to have high-level business partners. In this case, we chose to work with GeneXus and also with Aldo Canales here. We started this adventure in 2010, right, Aldo? Oh, 2009. I was not yet in the project, in the Sentinel project. You were there before I arrived. And we also have a business partner, which is IBM. And of course, you always need talent in your working group, people who are ready to accept the new technology, who are ready to change. Let me show you what we have done and how we have evolved with this free-of-charge consultation tool. Our first free-of-charge consultation was in 2011 up to 2013. Our registry process was very long. We had generated 7 screens, like insert your email address. We asked for a lot of information. We would download a PDF when the person was registered, and they got all their credit information. That PDF took some time because it was handling lots of tables and information. So it required a lot of resources. And we had said initially that this information could be downloaded twice a year, according to the law. The law says that people have a right to download their credit information free of charge, and we were not ready to support this massive infrastructure. That was our first architecture. We were in an IBM hosting. This chart simplifies the information. Of course, we have firewalls and routers and all that, but this shows what it was at the level of equipment. We had large machines. One of them had IIS for delivering information, and we had a database. And this is what we delivered. So a series of information, several pages of information. And at the time, we had 11,000 free-of-charge consultations, or 1,131 users. These were business people who were using these services. But we did not promote the service. There was no promotion. And we knew that we had to start working on something massive. Happily, we were changing platforms, and we were changing with Evolution 1 to a new simplified version. And one day, we at that time were thinking of a change at the time. And this is what happened to us one day at 6 a.m. in the morning. This is the news. It's 6 a.m., some breaking news. How can you find out if you have a debt from home? Well, I don't know. This is good news. Maybe there is something you can do. Do you know about your debts? Do you know about your position in the financial system? How about your credit card generating debts that you cannot deal with? But today, there is a way in which you can find out whether you have debts or not with your bank, and you can do this from home. There is information you can get, and you can get it free of charge. It's very simple. Go to this website and register there. This is how you do. There's an icon that says register here. And you give your information, like your identification card, and you follow the steps. Now they will send you a password, and in a few seconds you get the password in your phone. You enter the password in the system. This is what I will do in my computer. Well, to sum up, imagine the situation. We had just changed, and this reporter went to the information, she liked it, and she massified the issue. She took 3 minutes to explain the registration step by step, and she never was in touch with us. So imagine what happened that day at 6 a.m. Everybody was trying to enter this in their emails, in their cell phones. Our infrastructure was not ready yet, but it was an extremely successful experience. Later on, we were asking for more specific information, the identification card, the cell phone number, the email, and we were using the new IBM platform. Working with IBM Peru, they have a cloud platform, and we grew in terms of our capacity. We expanded the bandwidth, and we were happy enough to respond to the demand. This shows what it was like. Imagine, from 1,000 users we had, overnight we changed to 57,000 users right away, in 4 months maximum. So imagine how this information appeared also in the media, in all kinds of channels, and we knew we had to keep on improving. We already had plans to work with Evolution 2. By August 2013, we decided not to work with PDF. That was time-consuming. People had to wait to obtain a report. So we just presented a screen where they had a summarized information. If you needed more detail, they had to download a PDF. Nobody deployed the PDF. They just used this very easy screen. So PDF was not being used much, and we resorted to new exclusive possibilities for free-of-charge consultation by users. This is a change, as you can see. The way in which the screen is designed, the text we can put into the text cases. And this is one of the improvements as part of Evolution 2, the use of HTML5, the Dominion semantics, the smart devices with an asterisk, because I will elaborate on this later on, a better performance, and data validation that is not intrusive. This is more or less the infrastructure that kept on growing, and we also had free-of-charge consultation. So we increased the number of users to up to 200,000 users. This was up to April 2014. After that, we decided not just to have consultation. We wanted a site where people would come and stay, something like an intranet. We didn't want to use the name intranet because intranet was never very successful, at least in Peru. The concept was not well understood. So we called it My Sentinel. It was like a home for the Sentinel users. It was aligned to a new corporate image of Sentinel. And we became more modern. We wanted something that was very easy to understand with not so many numbers. And on this new platform, we wanted to develop new products that could be useful to our users. This was a new presentation. The login is very different. This is using GeneXus IBM. And this is what it looks like when you have a consultation. It's very easy. We have easy indicators that tell you about a mortgage, credit, or credit cards, or whatever you have. We have these traffic lights with the colors of the traffic lights and detailed information. If we want more details, you can print a report. But the majority of users just use this page. In addition, we allow them to see a free-of-charge report of companies where they are legal representatives, and we can do other services at very low prices. This is consultation of someone who has a red street light or a yellow street light, where facing some difficulties in payments, and this is more or less what this is all about and what we seek with our product. It has no audio. There's no audio.
¿Me confirman?
Esto es televisión.
You sell it in installments? Yes. And what about that? Yes. Is this sold? No, this is not sold, but you have to pay it cash. He has debts, and he only can buy cash. And how do the salespeople know? Because Sentinel provides this updated information. So very easily we can get to people, shops, and now when we are in the process of local elections, we have a new product available to all Peruvians. It's free of charge, and you can read about the risk situation of all candidates. So you can do these consultations free of charge, and this is very popular in Peru currently. You just put the name of, where I'm going to vote, places where you vote, and you get the names of the candidates in the different areas where you vote. Some of the candidates seem to have difficult financial situations, and you need to know about the credit standing of those who will govern you in future. This is our latest version. On the basis of Evolution 3, we have used GAM. We have used many of the features of GeneXus Access Manager. Web applications have been improved very positively with the new codes. We are also working with Smart Devices Generator and the offline mobility and smashing mobile UX versions, and also modular programming, which is very useful. Now we have this layout, and we work in the cloud with the new platform Mi Sentinel, which is very efficient. Today we have servers, physical servers in the cloud, and they are growing very quickly. We have a VPN that connects with the databases because we still have to work with confidential material. We don't manage the information. This is what IBM does in Peru. So we have this equipment that allows us to connect easily. We work through World Service, and our mobile applications and the ones we are developing should work directly with all these web servers that will be available. Now, where are we heading to? We have increased the number of users to over 300,000. The service that we are using allowed reaching out to such a large number of people. This is a change in one of our products. We have an alliance with Movistar. If you go to Movistar Peru, where it says Business Solutions, it has a new option that is called Risk Monitor. It is an application that we developed exclusively for Movistar. It has several look and feel which are very similar to the ones we have in Sentinel, and it's very special for Movistar. And in this case, we have an apps developed for them, and we used Evolution 2. It has over 1,000 downloads for Android. Here we see the number of people downloading it, and we have it also for Apple. This is more or less what the application looks like. You see consultation. This is my situation with my traffic lights. These are the companies that granted credit to me, detail of my own credit information, and in addition, I can consult about legal representatives and third parties. We are still our goal is to reach 2 million users. Next year, when I come here to the GeneXus meeting, I will tell you if we got to that goal. And I'm sure that if we apply these recipes, we will be successful. The important thing is to be innovative, to develop new products. We have been working on new products which will be promoted through Sentinel and will be available to users, like information for tenants. If I'm going to rent my house, that tenant, is he really enjoying a good credit rating? Will they pay me back? I also need to improve information sources. We need to have more and more data, like in the case of elections, or there's so many other things that can be useful for the users. Also, we need to integrate with social networks. Also evolving, following the trends of the market, adopting improvements of future GeneXus versions. This growth has proven very useful to us. We are already waiting for evolution 4. Also to expand options to all platforms, to cell phones, so that our systems take advantage of new alliances. If there are smartwatches, we need to connect to that new technology and maintain the alliance with GeneXus, to work as solution partners with GeneXus, to be part of the teams that develop new tools. It is important to work with them. For example, this is the new mobile application, which is simpler, user-friendly. It is minimalistic in a way. At the level of platform, we want to grow in terms of soft layer, working with them. It's good to ensure growth and ensure having more users. We are working on a new database with IBM so that they provide all security schemes on the cloud, and also to have an alternative site. And we are working on a new data center in Toronto. This is our plan for the future, to have several servers. This is a powerful database, so that we don't need to use the VPN only, and be able to move in all platforms, cellular phones, mobile phones, so that we can do something as what we see here. We need audio. Carmela, do you accept Jorge as your husband? Till death do you apart? Yes. And it's not that she doesn't love him. He has debts, and she found this out before marrying him. Use this system to find out about credit rating of other people you care for. Well, it's massive use. Anyone can have access to that information. Girls will love this service. Well, ingredients for success. Provide an innovative product to the market, to have high-level business partners like GeneXus and IBM soft layer, and to have talent in your working team. This is my team. They are very talented. These are their names. These are the people who work with us and make these developments possible and available, and with a very high quality. Thank you for your attention. Pisco Sour, remember.